Hey guys, by the time you're watching this, I probably already posted the last episode of Doki Doki Literature Club, and I have a few things I want to say about that. I actually considered whether I should even post the last few episodes or not, given what happens, but I felt it was kind of worth it just for me to have the chance to have this conversation right here, so we're gonna have this conversation. I hope you watch it and get something from it, but, you know, I don't know. I might just be rambling and talking into the wind. So here goes. We're going to start off with the recap of how the thing ended, in case any of you missed it. Alright, so it ends up on Sunday, the day before the big festival. We are going to have Nasuki come over to our house to bake cupcakes for the big event, in which we're all reading poems during the big school festival. Now, after what happened during the week, worried about Sayori, we go visit her and see if she's doing okay. Where she reveals that she's been dealing with depression for a while and that she feels like she's not worth it and that she's not basically still in depression and that she doesn't want any help. And she feels guilty because she's not worth all the help. You tell her, of course, that's ridiculous and that no matter what happens, you're going to be there for her to help her out because you're her friend. You even invite her to come help bake cupcakes with Natsuki, but she says that she really can't do it right now because she's not feeling up to it. You go and you help Natsuki bake cupcakes, and you have this kind of awkward, kind of sweet, kind of cute moment where, there's a little bit of tension there, but it's all cool. But you still feel a little guilty about what happened with Sayori at the end of it. And when it's like you might be there to kiss Natsuki, all of a sudden Sayori shows up. Natsuki leaves all embarrassed, and Sayori tells you that she really wants you to make an effort to make friends with everyone. And then she feels guilty of the fact that you're spending all the time with her and not everyone else. But also acknowledges that even though she wants that, watching you make friends with everyone it's hard for her because she fears she's losing you as a friend. And then she's really, really scared because, well, she kind of likes you. She loves you, and she's worried you won't love her back. So you tell her that's ridiculous. Of course you love her. Everything's going to be okay. You and her are going to get these two things together, and everything's going to be fine. Siri remarks that it's weird that she's feeling like garbage, and this should be the happiest day of her life. She's gotten what she's always wanted. And she tells them, since you know her best, apparently, is this what's best for her? And you tell her yes. And she says, okay. So now we're at the morning of the festival. Give me a second. This isn't easy for me to talk about, but I feel like it must be talked about. The morning of the festival, you try to get a hold of Sayori, but you can't get a hold of her. You figure it's just her slipping in like always, so you don't think anything of it. Natsuki's been texting you nonstop about the cupcakes. So you get the cupcakes and you bring them to school. Only Monica's there. Anyway, so you talk to Monica. Oh my gosh. It's harder than I thought it was going to be. Just saying it out loud is just like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh boy. So talking to Monica, you wonder why you're the only one here. If you thought someone else would be here by now. She's talking about how she's surprised you didn't come with Siori. That makes a very strange comment, which I'll get back to later. But she insinuates that she knows that you and Siori are dating, which you find strange because it just happened. And you, of course, offhand mentioned that you don't really know what happened, though. And she says, yeah, I know more than you think. Weird. Anyway, she's putting out the poems everyone's going to read. A nice little pamphlet she printed out. And you go to check it out. And you read every poem's pretty normal except the Siori's poem. And it's really creepy. Talk about get out of my head, get out of my head before I do what's best for you, get out of my head. It's just constant get out of my head. It's like that scene in the Shining where you see the writing all over the wall, and it's just like you see this inner view into madness, and it's really creepy. I really can't give it justice to this because it really freaked me out. Oh my gosh! And then you realize things wrong, realizing that. I mean, the fact that you knew she was depressed, and the fact that getting was very hard for her. Maybe you're a little selfish. You said you were gonna help her. You said you're gonna be there for her, and you kind of dropped the ball on the first day. She rushed to her house, and yeah, she killed herself. She's dead. It's it's a very surreal moment. Even just talking about this months after the fact that it happened. Of course, your character goes on about it's all my fault and I caused this, and yeah, I feel that. Some months later, and I still can't go with the fact that I probably killed her. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if any decisions you made in this game made any difference. Maybe the game plays out the same exact way. I can't tell you. But yeah, we gotta talk about a few things now. On an interesting note, Facebook keeps recommending me like sites about depression ever since I started playing this game. So chalk that up to their algorithms. Oh man, I've thought long and hard about what I'm gonna say in this video, and I I'm gonna go off script here because I really the one thing I can really like plan to say to really you'll see. This was a rough thing for me. I'm not gonna lie. For one, I this isn't the first fictional death I've cried over. I don't know. I tend to get lost in these fictional worlds, these stories I'm reading or telling, and a lot of these characters aren't real, and they feel so real, and it's just I don't know. It's really hard to explain if you're not really into that kind of thing, reading or like letting yourself get immersed in other worlds, and just an escape from reality. So going in now, it's already gonna be a tough one for me, but I talked about it briefly during the videos, but yeah, the subject of depression is a very tricky one. I'm not gonna try to like get people who like, don't understand that to understand. I'm not. I'm just Just sometimes you just get this feeling. I get this feeling. This talking about myself. Talking about myself only. And I'm only talking about myself, and I'm not here to talk about anyone else but myself. This is just my experience, and that's what I'm going to talk about. I know it's not the same for everyone. I know other people have different experiences, which is why I'm not going to try to speak for anyone but myself. But it's very easy to get the feeling this of loneliness. But it's not just like regular loneliness. I'd have a hard time explaining it. It's like you're really alone, and this aching, this pain inside of you doesn't want to be alone. But it doesn't matter how many people are around you or who or you're with or what's going on. This feeling of alone just never goes away. And you just want it to end. You just want to stop feeling things. I can't explain it. But it's like a physical pain. It physically hurts. And I feel like I'm not doing a really good job explaining it. It's really hard to explain when you don't fully understand it. You just know what you feel. And maybe me trying to explain it was never going to be a good idea. Because if you just don't understand it, it's hard to have that frame of reference that I have. But just that you want to stop the pain to stop, and that there's at times I feel there's no way for it to stop. I get that. No, I have never gotten that far as Siori has. But I get where she's coming from. This feeling that you'll never be happy again. It's just this feeling of hopelessness. It's rough. I don't know. And another thing, let's just move on from that for now. Um, oh, this is a mess. One of my biggest fears, I don't know if I call it a fear, but it does affect my life a lot, is that my friends are going to need me and I'm not going to be able to help them. I'm going to let them down. I'm going to let the people that care about me, I care about down. I'm going to let them down when they need me or need someone, and I'm just going to mess everything up. It's very easy to feel so inadequate. And just walking into that room in the game and seeing her hanging there, seeing her hanging there, was super frightening. It was one of the scariest things I've ever seen. It transcended a game for a second and it just brought something out in me. That was not me reading this good thing saying I failed. That was my legit reaction to everything that happened. I failed her. I legit felt that. I legit felt everything was my fault. And it frightened me. It frightened more than I can really explain. Gosh, I'm just so scatterbrained. This is a bad idea. The point I'm trying to get is depression is a very serious thing, and if you suffer from depression or if you know someone who suffers from depression, know that you're not weak. And it's not about you. The fact that you're still up and kicking is just a testament of how strong you are. Hope is a very powerful thing, and when you lose that, you know, depression has taken like so many strong people. When you look back and you see the people who've taken their lives, and I don't know. I just want to say that If you're struggling with depression, it does get better. It will get better. You know, one of the things that keeps me going is that it's kind of this righteous fury. It's kind of silly. It's like, oh heck no, I had not go through all this garbage to have it end right before it gets good. It ain't gonna happen. No, I paid my dues. It's silly, right? But it gets me through the day. I don't know. I might cut that part. That's stupid. You're stupid for thinking that. Depression is a real serious thing, and I feel like it doesn't get talked about enough in the world. That's kind of like my biggest thing about this Doki Doki Literature Club. On one hand, I don't know. Part of me feels like it's kind of exploitative, exploiting a real life tragedy for shock value. But on the other hand, if it gets people to talk about like this very serious issue, maybe it's worth it. I don't know. My feelings about this, even months later, are still mixed, and I don't think I'm gonna have an answer anytime soon. So yeah, the whole point I wanted to make with this is, if you're out there living depression, you are strong and you can do more than you think you can. You have a lot of people who are rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. I believe in you. You can do this. You are not alone. Oh, and so one more small thing. Yes, I'm aware the game's not over yet. Honestly, if you don't want people to think your game is over, don't end it with the end. And yes, I will continue the game. I don't know when. I just need some time. But I'm hoping to have the rest of this series posted during Halloween month, October. Why am I playing this? Probably a really dumb idea to keep playing it. Probably. Honestly, I've gone back and forth whether I'm going to do it or not. Seems like a really, really, really bad idea. But there's one thing that just really bugged me. When you're talking about Monica on the last day, she says you really left Siori hanging there. What the heck is that? What even is that? That could not be the more poor choice of words ever. Now, this is real life. I say, well, it's just a coincidence, but this is a game. Every piece of dialogue's there for a reason. What was that? And second of all, I just have to know where they go from here. It's just this morbid curiosity. Where do you go from here? That was your big moment, the big shock that this wasn't just a dating simulator game. This is actually some kind of weird horror game. Where do you even go from there? I don't even, you know. Anyway, that's just off topic. It's just, I just have to know, where do you go from there? Is it a bad idea? Probably, but it's my bad decision to make. So yeah, gosh, I made this little lousy video so I can try to get some discussion about depression and stuff like that. And I don't even think I did a really good job of that. Oh man, but I really feel like this should be out there though. They're supposed to be talking about this. Mental health should be something that is talked about out in the open. It shouldn't be stigmatized so much. Man, well, I failed. No, I feel it's a step, and I hope this is a step in the right direction because, yeah. Anyway, thank you for staying through my insane ramblings. Making these lousy videos has been my way of coping through a lot of my life, and the fact that anyone watches these videos is nothing short of a miracle. To anyone who watched this or any of my videos, thank you so much. It means the world to me, and I don't think you'll ever really understand how much it means to me. But thank you. And I hope to keep entertaining you with videos in the future. Take care, everyone. You're all awesome.